Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is the Minister McNeill Kimble coming to you live this evening, and I want to thank you all for joining me. Thank you guys for all of the support, the continued support that we have received with this situation involving McNeill Chevrolet located in Swanton, Ohio. I definitely want to thank you guys again for all of your shares, likes, and comments. For whatever reason, we have literally blown through YouTube, and we are now over 53,000 subscribers. We have over almost 100,000 followers across all of our platforms. So I do want to thank you guys again for all of your support. Just to give you guys an update on where we stand with this complaint that is filed in Lucas County, we have prepared to file a motion with the court requesting for an expedited trial. And I'm going to go ahead and cover some of that with you guys today. So please don't forget to like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So obviously this is going to be in the Court of Common Pleas, Lucas County, Ohio, Marquis Kimble versus McNeill Chevrolet. Case number C12025-01909. Keep in mind, guys, this will be filed with the court tomorrow, and obviously added into the case. Hopefully we do get the request. The citation review strongly recommended, just telling us, hey, we have to make sure that we've recommended this, we've reviewed this, and we did go through it and review it. Judge Marquis L. Olender, motion for expedited trial. Now comes plaintiff Marquis L. Kimble appearing pro se and hereby moves this honorable court pursuant to Ohio Rules of Civil Procedure Rule CD, citation review recommended, and the inherent authority of this court to manage its docket for an order expediting the trial in this manner. In support of this motion, plaintiff states as follows. Introduction. Plaintiff Marquis L. Kimble respectfully requests that this court expedite the trial in this manner and schedule proceedings to commence within 30 days. So we're requesting that we get this matter in the court before within the next 30 days. I mean, the way I look at it, these guys have had a year to settle this matter with me. They've had a year to resolve the matter, and they've just made the decision to elect to continue to harass me and break all types of laws, violate all types of rights. And at this point, I need immediate intervention from the court. And this is what has to be done whenever you're requesting that the court. Doesn't mean that they're going to do it or honor it, but you have to follow the steps if you're going to request that the court does hear your case sooner than 6 months or so. So again, within 30 days of the date of this motion, due to the ongoing harassment, financial harm, and continued adverse effects being suffered by plaintiff as a result of defendant's actions. This motion is made in good faith and is supported by substantial documentary evidence, witness testimony, and police reports that demonstrate the urgent nature of plaintiff's claims and the necessity for expedited judicial intervention. As set forth more fully below, plaintiff has made reasonable attempts to resolve this matter through formal cease and desist letters, emails as well, prior to seeking this expedited relief. But such attempts have been unsuccessful in stopping the ongoing harassment and harm. Factual background. Plaintiff was formerly employed as a finance manager at defendant McNeill Chevrolet in Swanton, Ohio, where he was the only Black finance manager at the dealership. During his employment, plaintiff was subject to racist abuse, exclusion, and harassment, including but not limited to discriminatory pay practices that at one point reduced his compensation to approximately $150 per week for a period of 6 months, making it nearly impossible for plaintiff to support his family. Again, guys, I'm not coming to the court to waste their time. I'm coming with facts, truthful statements, evidential statements. This is not something that we're making up. This is actual things that happened to me, which did actually force my, my voluntary decision to resign. This is one of the things that actually happened to me within the last month of my employment at this dealership. although it was promised to me something totally different, this is what they actually did to me within the last few months that I was employed there. The hostile work environment and threats of adverse consequences if plaintiff reported misconduct. This is speaking to the event where the dealership's executive managers and management team owners, or whatever you want to call it, Jason Koss of McNeill Chevrolet, specifically contacted me and said to me, and I quote, "I'm hearing through around town that you're planning on filing legal action against the Swanton Police Department." And I said, "What are you talking about?" That at this time, that wasn't even in my mind. I was in the process of dealing with State Farm. I'm thinking they're going to go ahead and close our claims so we can get our store back open. I wasn't even thinking about this, but some kind of way, somebody within that Swanton town was talking back and forth to my former employer. And this is what he said to me. He said, "I'm hearing this around town. And if that's the case, we're going to have to disassociate ourselves with you." Now, once again, this is what he said to me. This is what's considered intimidation. So you're telling me that once again, you are aware that there has been reports of the mistreatment that I experienced because I shared this information. You guys seen the video of the direct complaints that I had with the Swanton mayor, highlighting and, completely highlighting and spelling out exactly what his officers did to me and my sister. Completely violated my rights, wrongfully obtained my fingerprints, lied to the city and said that I was involved with the destruction of our business, although they were an hour late to responding to our store alarms, even though they were 0.2 miles located from our business. But yet they lied about this to the public, put this information out to the public, in some kind of way it got back to my former employer. Well, for him, the way what basically has to be addressed here, the law was broke when this guy said to me that he would have to disassociate himself with me for reporting the misconduct from the Swanton Police Department. So not only did this guy attempt to contact me impersonating the Swanton Police Department, which is all in itself a crime, all in itself that has not been addressed. It's been overlooked and disregarded. But then let's turn around and say he then comes and says, if you report what happened to you, we're going to have to disassociate ourselves. Forget the 7 years of me being your finance manager. Forget all of the things that I did. I was the top finance manager out of a group of 6. And you're going to tell me I made $138,000 a year and I resigned from this job. So all of the stuff that they're telling the public, oh, it's a disgruntled employee. Stop playing the games. You contacted me acting like the police. You've been sending information back and forth to my house, to my family members and myself, although your attorney said do not contact you. You've tried to do this, and then you've habitually been sending different employees to my social media platforms, watching my platforms. I have evidence to prove this. This is all considered harassment, especially when there's an open complaint. Let's not forget these guys have been found guilty of probable cause for racial discrimination against African Americans from the Ohio Civil Rights Commission. This is public knowledge. So it's not something that I'm making up because I'm a disgruntled employee. No, my business was broken into and destroyed. And to this day, nobody has any suspects. Nobody did their job. State Farm never contacted McNeill Chevrolet. Our State Farm agent shared our personal information with people that weren't on our policy. All of these things are a violation of the Ohio law. Both federal and state laws have been broken here, and nothing has been done about it. Why? Because we're dealing with Fulton County. This is why, again, I'm so glad that because this idiot contacted me impersonating the Swanton Police Department while I reside in Lucas County, and I was in Lucas County when this happened, that we can have this case heard in Lucas County Court of Common Pleas. The hostile work environment and threats of adverse consequences of plaintiff reported misconduct ultimately forced plaintiff to resign from his position, resulting in significant financial losses, damage to his professional reputation, and diminished future career opportunities. That's correct. After that happened out in that area, it went around town that I was involved in some kind of an insurance scam and this and that. And McNeill's never even stood up and said anything positive, never even gave anything good to say about me. Although they had 7 years of positive things that I had done at that dealership, they had not one positive thing to say about me. They played into the crap and they were talking about me through whoever they wanted to talk to me. For him to say that to me, that I'm planning on going after the police, it feeds the speculation that what I shared with the mayor, current mayor of Swanton, Ohio, Neil Tope, he then turned around and shared it with McNeill Chevrolet. We're going to get down to the bottom of it. Like I said, if the court has to subpoena the mayor or anybody else in that Swanton area until we get down to the facts, that's what we're going to do. Following plaintiff's departure from employment, defendant has engaged in a pattern of continued harassment, including but not limited to impersonating police officers. We've got a recorded voice text where Jason Koss literally says on the recording, "This is the Swanton Police Department." Now, that is where we lost all bets. This is where McNeill Chevrolet has brought themselves into the situation involving State Farm, because why were they not contacted State Farm? If you were doing an investigation into me, Marquis Kimble, one of the officers of the organization, HCV Distribution Corporation, then there should be no excuse of why you did not contact my former employer, who I served as the finance manager for 7 years, and then turn around and tell me like I'm a 2-year-old, you did conduct a full investigation. No, you didn't. Monitoring plaintiff's social media accounts, intimidating plaintiff family members, and engaging in other actions designed to cause plaintiff emotional distress and economic hardship. Plaintiff has documented evidence of harassment occurring on multiple dates, including but not limited to February 4th, April 25th, May 5th. All of these are emails, documented emails of me attempting to reach their attorneys to resolve this matter, asking for a response. And what have they done? Just ignored me. Plaintiff has filed police reports regarding the harassment, including a report filed on October 25th, case number. Plaintiff has multiple witnesses with direct knowledge of the harassment. The ongoing harassment has caused plaintiff to suffer documented financial losses. So in other words, guys, this is going to be filed with the courts tomorrow as we continue this situation with the Swanton Police Department. I want you to, not the Swanton Police Department, but McNeill Chevrolet, the Swanton Police Department are involved in this situation because at the end of the day, the McNeill Chevrolet employees attempted to contact me while impersonating the Swanton Police Department. That is a no-no, guys. And you can't sit back and let somebody break the law because you are too afraid to tell the public what they did. We're going to hold these people accountable. And I want to thank you guys for all of your support. Until next time, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm your host, Word on the Street Talk TV, the Minister M.L. Kimble. Be blessed until next time.
And since the time you gave me your tiny hand, I knew I wanted to be your man, yeah. 'Cause I've been thinking of you. I've been thinking of you. It's all about you, baby. I've been thinking of you. I've been thinking of you. You must know that you are on my mind, not for this minute, but all the time, This song I write is just for you.